Everyone, welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to show you how to cast on depending on the project you're working on. First one is the E-wrap cast on, probably the most used way of casting on. Begin by creating a slip knot which will go on the first needle. And then wrap your yarn on every needle using your finger to control your tension. It is called an E-wrap cast on because the movement our yarn makes is similar to when we write the lowercase e letter. This way of casting on is used for samples, tension swatches, scarves. Place the yarn into the yarn feeder and knit one row. Push all the needles out and knit another row. Repeat this for about 4 to 6 rows when you will have enough work to attach your comb and your weights. This is how your edge will look when you're doing an E-wrap cast on. However, sometimes you might need to start your knitting with waste yarn, and this is a really quick way to cast on your waste yarn. Push every other needle out and knit one. Now you will be able to attach your comb and your weights. Knit another row and then push all your needles in action. Knit a few rows, not too many because you don't want to waste too much yarn, and then you can begin your actual cast on edge. For example, a chain stitch cast on. Carriage on the left, start working from right to left. Hold your yarn above the needles and using a latch tool or a needle, grab the yarn from underneath and pull it through to form a chain around every needle. Make sure your tension is not too tight. When you get to the last needle, pull the loop a bit longer and put it on the last needle. Put your yarn through your yarn feeder and knit one row. This is a great edge for a lace panel, for example, or when you don't have a very large edge to your knitting. Having a chain stitch edge is also great and ideal for when you want to add a crochet trim afterwards. Here I am doing another chain stitch cast on, but this time I'm holding my latch tool above the needles and my yarn underneath them. This will give you the same finish as the previous example, but there's a little difference. If you do your chain stitch like this, the chain will show towards the wrong side of your knitting, and sometimes that will actually be the right side of your project. Here you can see the differences between the two samples I have just done and how the chain stitch is on the purl side for this example. For example, I had to knit a bit of waste yarn for this small beaded panel because otherwise it would have been impossible to attach my weights and actually be able to knit it. Here is how you remove the waste yarn. Cut the last loop of the last row of waste yarn and pull all the way from the other side to easily remove it. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you've learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Elena and I will see you in my next video.